Hey guys, how's it going? This is going to be the first part to my labor and delivery story. And first I just want to say that I fully intended to have a natural labor and delivery. I didn't want any medications. I didn't want any Pitocin to get labor to progress. I really just wanted a natural delivery in a hospital setting. So, now that we've said that, I'll let you know also that my due date was December 6th of 2009, and I was told that I wouldn't be allowed to go past my due date because of my gestational diabetes. And also a family history shows that women in my family usually have their babies early. My mom had 3 girls and they were all 1 to 2 weeks early. So I kind of figured I would deliver early as well, but I wasn't sure. On November 19th, it was a Thursday, I had a doctor's appointment, and I was dilated to a 2, and I was 80% effaced. And the next day, Friday morning, November 20th, I woke up, went to the restroom, and when I looked down in the toilet, I saw that I had lost my mucus plug. And that was pretty nasty looking, but it was exciting because it, meant I was getting closer to delivery time, even though that can happen 1 to 2 weeks or more before you actually deliver. I went back to bed that morning, got into bed, and said, "Hey honey," I said, "I lost my mucus plug." And he said, "No you didn't." I said, "Yes I did." He said, "No you didn't." And for some reason he wouldn't believe me. But eventually he did, and within like an hour that morning, I started getting some pretty bad, cramps, and as, I told you from my pregnancy vlogs, I had been in preterm labor, so I was having contractions all the time. The only difference with these ones is that they were mildly uncomfortable, whereas the other ones didn't hurt at all. I also felt really nauseous that morning, and I had a little bit of diarrhea. And those are all signs of possible delivery. So I called my doctor's office and left a message for the nurse to call me back. And then I called my mom because she was a nurse and because she lives about 6 hours away. And if I was going to be going into labor, possibly, I needed her to know so that, she'd be prepared if I were to call her and say, "Hit the road, you got to get over here, baby's going to be born." Because I wanted her to be in the delivery room as well with my husband. My doctor's office didn't call me back forever, so I called labor and delivery after a while and told them, and they told me to come in. To my surprise, I didn't think they would, but they did, and my mom told me to call her when I got back. So went in there, they checked me, hooked me up to the monitors. I was having contractions about every 3 to 5 minutes. She told me though that I was 80% effaced still and still 2 centimeters dilated also. They told me that if until I couldn't walk or talk through those contractions, then I didn't need to be there, or if my water broke. So I wasn't surprised at all, went back home and called my mom, and she said, I just got my shifts covered at the library and I'm on my way over. And I told her, I said, "Hey," I said, "I might not be going into labor." She said, I just have a feeling it's going to be soon, so I'm coming over, me and your stepdad." So that was whatever. Me and my husband hung out at home that day, and I had a feeling too that I was going to go into labor that night. My mom and stepdad showed up. I told everyone in my family, my sisters, what was going on. And I didn't go into labor that night, and I didn't go into labor on Saturday, not on Sunday, not on Monday. And I was having a rough time for those few days because I felt like everyone was really hovering over me, and everyone had all this excitement and anticipation that I was going to go into labor. And at this point I was like, no, I'm not going to go into labor until my due date. And I was pregnant, and I was really frustrated, and I was tired of having babysitters around me and people tiptoeing around me and my feelings and all of that. But I understand how, why they were all being like that. I would have been the same way. But when it's you in that position, it's a little more irritating. So Tuesday, hung out all day, nothing happened. A few mild contractions throughout this whole time, by the way. Tuesday night, went to bed 11:45, and at 1:30 a.m. I woke up with a small twinge of pain on my right side, and I didn't think anything of it. It went away as it quick. Wow, that didn't make any sense at all. It went away as quick as it came. And, you know, I was awake then and I had to pee, of course. So I went to the bathroom, nothing abnormal there, but right when I got done peeing and I kind of tilted to my side a little bit so I could reach back and wipe, a bunch more fluid came rushing out of me. And 1:30 in the morning, my eyes are still closed. I was exhausted. So I wasn't really sure. I was like, is that more pee or did my water just break? Because I didn't feel any different. So my husband, a few weeks prior at a doctor's appointment with me, had gone through the drawers in the exam room and gotten one of those little test strips where it tests for amniotic fluid. And so we had some of those in our house, and I hobbled my way downstairs, grabbed one of those, went back up to the toilet, tossed it in there. It hadn't flushed, and it turned bright blue, and that means that it's amniotic fluid. Otherwise it doesn't turn any color at all, just so you know. Let me check the time really quick. Alright. A couple more minutes on this one. Anyways, so I turned the hall light on, went into the bedroom, stood there and said, honey, my water broke, and I'm not kidding. And I said that, of course, because he didn't believe me when I told him I lost my mucus plug. He got out of bed pretty quickly, and I was okay. I started shaking really badly, mostly just from shock, I think. I couldn't believe this was really going to happen, you know. This was 11 days before my due date. My husband woke up my mom and my stepdad, and we all got ready. My husband called Labor and Delivery and told them we were on our way shortly. If you're wondering why we were so quick to get to the hospital, because if I wanted actual delivery, why didn't I just try and progress more at home? When you test positive for Group B strep, you have to get about, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours worth of antibiotics through your system before the baby comes out to prevent any infections. And also I have a family history of quick labors, so I needed to get to the hospital. So we got all of our stuff in the car, you know, car seat, bags, all that fun stuff. Said goodbye to my dogs, and I felt really bad because they're my babies, and I knew that that was the last time I was going to be with them for a couple days, and they were going to have me just to themselves. So, that's probably a good stopping place for the first video. I don't know exactly how long I've been talking, but I will be right back with part 2.